Hey guys, I hope you are doing well. I am doing great. Thank you for asking. I have been wanting to mod my guitars for a very long time, whether it be changing pickups or just changing how they look in general or how they feel or act. And for whatever reason I just really haven't had a chance to, but I do now. To my great surprise, I had a company named Guyker reach out to me, and while this is a sponsored video, I assure you I was given full permission to be completely objective. I don't have to say anything good, I don't have to say anything bad. And if you've been watching me for a while, I do try my best to steer every one of you into the right direction of what I believe in and what I do and what I think is best. So let's just take a look and see if any of their stuff is worth it. This is my PRS Holcomb SE. I have modded it to have the silver knobs to match the bridge, and I also changed the tuners to the new dopamine locking tuners. And to me, having the chrome plating along with the almost chrome knobs and the bridge, I think it really ties in the look very, very nicely. It feels like it looks a lot more premium this way rather than just the default gunmetal tuners and the black knobs. I really think this really stepped up the way this guitar looks entirely. While I do have full chrome plating on every part of the tuners that I just showed, there is loads of color combinations that you can do, which I'll show you later in the video. But the tuners are great. They're easily fine-tunable. They're 1:18 ratio. So if you don't know what that means, you have to turn it more to get the string into the initial pitch you want. However, once you're there, you can turn it a lot more and still have a lot more control as compared to like a 1:12 ratio, for example, where if you barely move it, it moves a lot. So you have to really be careful. With these, you can just turn it for a while before you see it, and while that can be sort of annoying to some people, I personally really like it because I like to change tunings a lot, and since I play so hard, I constantly have to keep making adjustments between takes or between tracking sessions, so having that ability to really fine-tune without much trouble at all is such a time saver. And like I said before, there is loads of color options that you can do. Like they have custom set ones that you can choose from, or if you really want to have something special, you have the option to have a different color for each one if you really wanted to. This would look quite awful, but it might match your guitar, and that's the point. And so since I like really plain, kind of like easy on the eyes thing, I just went to just straight chrome, and I wanted to match that with the knobs, which they were also gracious enough to also send me, even though they only really approached me for the tuners. So thank you, Guyker, for that again. For me specifically, I really appreciate the locking tuners, mostly because I change strings quite often sometimes, because again, I play so hard, as you can probably see. So having to constantly rewind strings, having to constantly go through that whole process, it's just time consuming, and it kind of just puts a damper on my flow sometimes. But just being able to lock the string, not having to wind it 100 times just to have a nice stable tuning, is really a game changer for me. What I really do appreciate about the tuners and the installation process, especially because I am so new, it does list the left and right pretty well. It also gives you a number on to where you should be placing it on the headstock. And here you can just see how the locking mechanism works. It's just a pin on the inside that moves up and down. It's not a free floating pin, which is really nice, and it just clamps down on the string. So again, you don't have to wrap it around 100 times just to have a stable tuning. You can just clamp it, turn it until it's in tune, and that's that. And despite beating my guitar while I play it, I haven't had any tuning issues. I find that I'm even tuning probably less than I used to because they're just holding the tuning so well. Another thing I really like to see from this company, Guyker, is they have all of the measurements, all of the specs listed on their website. I knew right away which ones would fit my guitar. I knew right away that I wouldn't have to file, I wouldn't have to retrofit, I wouldn't have to do any of that. And that's really nice because me being the overthinker I am, and I'm pretty sure some of you want to know that kind of stuff beforehand, and that just makes it so much more easy, so much more comfortable, and I have to commend them for that. But even aside from the personal touch, I really just like the fact that but when I break the thickest strings on my guitar again from playing so hard, it's not going to take 30 minutes to restring everything. It's going to take at max 10. So aside from everything with the quality of these tuners and the knobs, by the way, which feel really, really grippy and really fantastic, they are titanium, so they are a slightly different color, but you can't really tell from just looking at it like this. Especially when you're looking at the full length of the guitar, it's not really noticeable. It just looks like it ties in so well. They were really easy to install. But aside from all of that, one thing I really, really hold in high regard when it comes to what companies I like to work with or even purchase from is the customer service. I have asked around some of my friends that have ordered from this company before, just so I don't have like the rose tinted glasses where I'm getting sponsored. I have to, like, obviously it's great because I'm happy. I had an amazing experience, but I wanted to make sure. And I am really happy to say that everyone I have asked, anyone that has maybe had issues, anyone that has talked to them, everyone had nothing but positive things to say about their customer service and how they treat their customers. And working in customer service myself, I know how important that is. So that being said, dopamine locking tuners, are they worth it? Especially for the price? Absolutely. The little things, the knobs, seemingly insignificant, but surprisingly really nice touch. Do they feel quality? Do they have any issues? Did they have any fitting issues? Did the tuners have any stability issues? Absolutely not. Aside for the quality is really good. I didn't mean to say that. So with the high regard that I am now holding this company to, I'm really glad that I can trust this company, even aside from the sponsorship, because again, I am allowed to be entirely objective. I am really glad that I have this chance because now with this guitar, I know exactly where I'm going to go for the locking tuners. I know exactly where I'm going to go to have any body mods for this guitar, and that makes me feel really, really comfortable. It's really nice to know that there's a really good brand that's affordable and not going to price gouge you. It's really nice. That being said, that will be all for today. If you want to check out Guyker, I do have an affiliate link down in the description that'll take you directly to their official site, gets you a nice discount, gives me a kickback, helps me get supported for these kinds of videos, and I would really appreciate it. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.